Well, alrighty then. Hello. It's been a little while. Well, hello, Fatima. How are you doing, Fatima? I'll be traveling up your way again, Fatima, in the next, I think next week, next weekend. I'll be up there. All right. Um, it's good to see you. As you guys can see, for those who come on later or after this has been uh, broadcast, I have an acrylic pour. This acrylic pour is probably over a year old, well over a year old, and um, I really didn't have anything to do or to put on it. Didn't think of anything to do with it. Okay, if you're one of those types like me who like to paint on a pour, you really don't have to do too much with it. All right. First of all, I'll see what orientation I want with it. I'll check out the pour, see the direction that it's going in and everything. This is a swipe pour. All right. I had a white base, then I put the colors on it. And one color has a little bit more, I can't think of the medium that separates and makes the cells. And I took a sheet of towel or paper, put it on the top, and just pull downward. All right. And it gives me the spread and the cells and all that fun stuff. All right. So that's what you have here. And I really didn't know what to put on it, but I figured maybe a 3 roses, some leaves covering stuff I don't like, and then call it a day. Very easy to do on a pour because the background kind of does most of the work for you. And so that's what we're going to do. Composition wise, relatively simple painting. Okay. And plus, it gives me a little something to do this afternoon. All right. So I shouldn't really be before you too long. All right. Okay. The colors I have on the lower right, it will be black, turquoise, red, green, titanium white. Hey Pam, how are you? And you guys don't see it. This is beyond camera range, but I got a little bit of vegetable glycerin. I probably won't use too much of that because I want the painting to dry. And what I'm starting to do is I'm starting to put resin on my pieces because it looks like a plate of glass over it. It's very durable and it just looks, to me, I love it. It looks great. Okay, on this, once it dried, I just took some spray fixative or some triple thick clear glaze, which is essentially this stuff right here. All right, I take it and just spray it. It gives me a nice little protective coating and all of that good stuff. And yeah, so I'm done jaw jacking. Let's get right on to it. All right. Okay. Let's try to get some very impressionistic roses going here. So that's good. You're doing well. Good. Okay. We'll start with a little bit of. We'll start with a little bit of red here. I'll put it over here by the white. A little touch of black. I'll just deepen the red a little bit. Okay. The reason why is to deaden this red a little, so the brighter red will stick out when I put the highlights in there. I'll get the tiniest touch of glycerin out. Just prolong the drying time a little bit. Okay. This should be thick enough to cover up some of this stuff also. So I'll probably go somewhere around in here with it. I'll keep it pretty circular. All right. And I'll put one up here somewhere. All right. I'm not really worried about too much of the pattern showing through. It's all right. You're not going to really see much of that anyway by the time I'm done. A little more red, a little touch of black in there. Like I said, I just deepen the red a bit. It's for contrast more than anything else. All right, we'll put a bigger one here, like so. Okay. All right, we're gonna go a touch darker probably for the center of said. Like I said, you can be very impressionistic roses. So, and I'm gonna show you how simple that's going to be. Let's take a little bit of red, and we're gonna go with its opposite, with tap a little green in there. All right, and you can see right now with me doing that, you see how much darker that center is going to be. And just take two opposite colors, they'll cancel each other out, and you see now a nice little darkness in there. And we're gonna put some of that we'll kind of put some of that darkness around in here like that. This one, maybe we'll make it some more in the center, like so. And this one, we'll have it in a V formation. We'll have it come this way, a little bit like that. All right, and that's all I need for those. No more, no less. We're gonna move right along. Hey Shane, how are you? Good to see you. I know I've been pretty absent. I know. We're gonna go right in here with this green. All right, we're gonna deepen this green a little bit also. We'll put a little touch of black in that green. Well, the reason why I'm putting the black in the green is I want it very deep. I want to frame the flowers. Okay, so pretty much I want to kill some of that white up there, like this. Okay, so we'll cover up some of that. We'll come up here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll come in between here a little bit, just deepen all of that. You'll see what I'm doing. I'm just framing in the color for the foliage. Very simple color palette. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect up here, and you'll see why. I'm going to use brushes conducive to the size of the size of the canvas. What I'm trying to say as I'm doing this, framing all of this in. Let's get some more green, a little touch of black in there. All right, we'll come up in here, and then we'll start playing around with our leaf shapes. We'll probably start in a few seconds. Okay, let's get a touch of glycerin here, some more black, a little bit of green. I want just to get the main leaf shapes in there. I'm hanging in there, Shane. I'm hanging in there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll take this flat brush, get a nice sharp edge to it here, and we're gonna come here. We'll go in that direction, just like that. Okay. Now I can take a smaller brush and do the same thing, but it's not really needed at this point in time. I'll come down here, make that one a little bit longer. We'll come here, have that one come off the page a little bit, like that. And we'll have it swing around this way. Come right off the page and swing here, right in here. And we'll put one right up in here like that. Okay. This one we can have one right here. All right. I think that will work. All right, let's take some more of this deep color, and we'll pop a little something right in here like that. We'll put one right in here, like so. So I'm already plotting out my composition with this. I kind of like that being there, so we'll put one right there. All right. Let's get a touch of glycerin. I'm putting the glycerin only on the corner of the brush, just to loosen up the color of paint that I have. I like it. One there. Maybe something touching down right in here. Just like that. Come in this way, kind of cut across like that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2. That's 3, 6, 7, 10. Odd number. We'll put one right here. Okay, there. All right. We're gonna work on the leaves here. All right. I just dipped my brush in a little bit of water and let it be a nice little 1/2 inch. We'll mess with this. All right. Okay. Let's go with a little touch of green. We'll put it right here. Little turquoise and pop some white in there. Okay, we'll use that. Get a little glycerin, put it in there. Now the glycerin just loosens up the paint, makes the drying time a little longer so you can blend better. All right. I guess what I can do is let's zoom this in a little bit. And let's aim the camera up here for a second. Right there like that. All right. And we'll just pop a few of these in here. Like so. Come over here on the side. Pop a few of them in there. Just like that. So I'm gonna play around with these for a little bit. And up to you what flower you want in front of the other. It's your world. You do as you see fit. As you can see, as I'm lifting the lighter paint gently, when I go toward the center, I'll just lift some of that up. So the paint, the flower, leaves gives that impression of just fading out into that green there. All right. It does take a little practice to do this method of leaves. You press, pull, and you gently lift upward. Okay. And as you get proficient in them, you can design them any way you would like. All right. Like I say, with an acrylic pour background, you really don't have to do too much to it. Okay. Some little ones here, something like that. And we'll come here. Don't be afraid to paint over other petals. All right. Once again, it's up to you which petal you want in front of the other. You can make that decision during the highlights, if that's what you would like to do. So the decision is really yours. Okay. All right. We're gonna take some of this green. Okay. You see all this stuff up here? You can just imagine. You can make up your leaves here. Your eye will do the rest. Okay. You have them come any way you really want. Okay. It doesn't matter. Come this way a little bit. And you just give impressions of other leaves up there anyway. get a touch of glycerin. I don't really want them to be that bright, and they won't be once I add the highlights to these petals and these leaves. And you can just really play around with this. It's going to give the impression of leaves anyway. Okay. And it's basically all you need up there, really. And you're going to see that in a second. I really want to shy away from using yellow for a highlight for the leaves. All right. So we'll just go with our white and our turquoise. And I'll pull this paint outward. Okay. And you can see the contrasting colors there. See? And we're going to get a little glycerin, loosen up this paint like so. Okay. Pull the paint towards you, get a nice sharp edge here. Let's see if you guys can see it here. There you go. Get a nice sharp edge on that brush. You can't see it there, you'll see it here. Nice fine edge. Okay. The light's coming from the bottom, so we're gonna come here with it. It's like that. Just like so. And we're gonna do that again, repeatedly. We're gonna come here, do the same thing. It's almost like a little S shape. I'm going slightly beyond the edge of the leaf. And keep it on one side, obviously. Strokes become smaller and smaller as you get toward the top. These are very stylized. They're not quote unquote real florals, you know. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. Okay. Just like so. I'm going to go in a little bit more. Like so. I could put a little bit of love here on the edge. And maybe one right in here a little. Maybe we can have a little something right in here. Just impressions of some of the leaves catching a little bit of that light up there. Not too much though. Just like that. Just give the impression of it. Okay. All right. Once again, you need that strong contrast of color. All right. All right. I'm gonna come over here, do the same thing. It gets smaller and smaller. And let's bring that one up a little higher. Like that. All right. Now with the light side, you're gonna need a little dark. Okay. Now I don't want to go really super dark with it. We'll use some of the turquoise. And maybe let's try a little touch of red in there. To deepen it a little bit, mix it in pretty good. That makes a nice, cute shadow color there. All right, a little touch of glycerin there. Loosen up the paint. All right, we'll work from the opposite side. We'll come over here and do it. Like so. Okay. And I don't want to cover up the previous color. Just a little bit in there. she ain't got a puppy. All right. Now the color that I'm using is pretty much close to the color that I have for the background. It's close, not exactly there, but it helps with the blending and putting things still toward the back. Um, Back there. All right. Everything's subtle. Put some of these nice little lines in here too, just in places. Once again, it just gives the impression of you got some stuff happening back there. All right. Okay. And since I'm at it here, oh, you know what? I forgot the guys on the bottom, but not necessarily. We'll get to those. Since I'm already doing this and I already cleaned off my brush, so we'll get to those in the bottom in a second. I have a script liner brush here. It's actually a detail brush, really thin, as you can see. Okay, detail brush, very, very thin. Okay, you're gonna saturate this with water. Dip it into some white. Really saturate with water. You gotta get your paint to an inky consistency. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll put a little bit of that turquoise in there. We'll lighten it up a bit. You just gotta keep playing with it. Okay. And I'll twirl the brush around. As long as it's bright enough for me to do the veins. Now with a brush this thin, you can't really attack towards the side. You really have to put it. I'll show you this way. Hold on. You can't attack toward the side like that. You really have to go straight on. Okay. And for those of you who are a little nervous about doing these guys, it takes, once again, a little practice. Okay. It does. And remember, try not to go toward the side with it. I'm just pressing down a little harder, get the veins in there, get them to be seen. You're gonna have to wet your brush off, and this is a very thin brush, so obviously it's not gonna hold that much water. Okay. You start adding your veins in there, have a little fun with them. They don't have to be like equally separated or anything. You put them how you see fit. Sometimes even I have to catch myself. Like this isn't a regular script liner. This is a detail brush. So even I have to watch myself. And I can usually tell when I need a little more water. Being on canvas, it tends to grab. I can tell that when I need a little more paint because it just starts to wear away. This just comes from practice. You will get accustomed to it. Now I could have went even more gaudy and brighter with it, but won't be necessary. Just keep in mind that with acrylic paint, the color fades as it dries. And these are stylized roses. I used to feed my dog yogurt too. The first one I had, gave him yogurt. As he got older. All right. We're getting there. Like I say, there's really not much to this painting. It's more composition than the structure. Here we go. Well, I add a few of them in there, just like that. All right. Since we're already down here, we'll just kind of bring those there, center it like that. We should be okay. All right. With a script liner, make sure you clean it really, really, really well. Okay, and I still got its protective plastic covering. And for the brushes like these, you really would need them to protect your bristles here. Okay, because I usually pile my brushes on top of each other, so trust me, you really want to protect your brushes. Let's go back into a little bit of green here. A little bit of turquoise, slight touch of white. We'll brighten it up a little bit, just a corner of glycerin. Because once again, I don't want to add too much glycerin. Glycerin will prolong the drying time of your paint, but it also makes it more transparent. So it's kind of a gentle little balance. Just had to watch out for. Okay. All right, and we'll start to add in our little petals here. Just like that. If you feel that the paint is too thin, you can always thicken it up. Okay. Acrylic paint is very forgiving in that way. All right. Yeah, I had a dog that enjoyed fruit, vegetables. He was a mastiff, so he ate everything. Nothing bothered him. He wasn't really too fond of Cool Whip or Jenkins pickles. But everything else was fair game. It was something else. And we got one right here, down here on the bottom. I think you guys can see that one. I do have other videos that really show you in depth how I do these. All right. Okay. Hey, Billy. You're becoming very versatile with your work, Billy. You're doing a little bit of everything over there. I see. I'm going to add a little touch of red. Just a little bit. A little more white than I did up top. All right. We're going to come here, go a little further. I'll spread that one a little higher, just like that. Now, as I'm looking at these, okay, I see that this shade of white green isn't bright enough. I'm going to keep at it though. And then I'll build on top of that. You'll see. I'm going to come here, add a little bit of love here. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'll brighten this half of the leaves even brighter since it's already white down there. So I can actually use pure white. Now the brighter you go, the less of it you really need, so be careful. I'm going to tint it with a little bit of red, just because. Okay. Not as much glycerin. Titanium white is very opaque. All right, so I'm going to come here. Like so, just to brighten that up. Brighten it up a little bit. Now we have a little bit of red on the acrylic pour, so it's almost like a little reflection. Okay. I'm going to come over here. Add just a little bit of love to these guys down here. Just a little bit. Don't necessarily want to get rid of everything. Okay, all right. Let's go with a little turquoise, a little touch of red. It'll make it kind of purplish. Okay, it's like that. Now I'm gonna take this, add a slight bit of white. We'll make it kind of radioactive for our shadow end here. And I'll pull it towards me. All right, let's go over here. And we're just going to bring some of that purple in. Like so. I'm just pressing a little bit and one fast flick of the brush. Once again, you'll get accustomed to doing these. Let's bring that one in a little bit further. Like that. Have a good time doing these. Don't make it seem like such a chore. All right. Have fun doing these. I think the next time I do a painting, I'll go back to my roots and do more woods and nature stuff, stuff of that nature. Let's bring some of this glow up top here. Even though it's the shadow side, I just want a little something over there. Okay. I don't think I need to add it anywhere else, really. Put one there like that. Okay. And plus, it's just me getting rid of some of this paint. Yeah, my dog has been known to dip into the ice cream and Cheetos and Doritos and stuff like that. He was a master at swiping bits of chicken. Yes, he was the chicken thief. The fried or baked chicken thief. He was. He kind of developed a nice little he had a little system down how he did that. He's pretty good with it. I could never be mad at him. I was just, kind of praising him for his ingenuity. He was, whenever he wanted, he really thought that thing out, and he got it too. We used to call him the walking stomach. There was no bottom. That animal. He was part mastiff and bull mastiff and pit bull, and he definitely ate like a mastiff, that's for sure. All right, we're putting in our customary veins. As you see, I added the white to trail the stem of these fellas here. Okay, a little more water. Come here, twirl your brush, twirl it. There we go. If you feel that you may be a little heavy-handed with this, finish it all off. You might not be as heavy-handed as you think with it. Okay. Everything's a technique. Just like so. Twirl the brush. And remember, with a liner like this, you have to paint pretty much straight on with it. You can't go towards the side. It's not really be grossly over thick. Okay. Harder to control. All right. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, he did eat the whatchamacallit. Not only did he eat the chocolate, but somehow he kept the shape of the wrapper. And I thought there was a full candy bar in there, and nope. He's eaten numerous chicken legs. He got into the homemade Christmas cookies, the whole tray. It was a big tray. He peeled back the plastic and wiped out the whole tray. Yeah, Bluto should have been dead 400 times over, but no. Freaking dog. He was something else. Okay, let me show you something here. I'll use this. No, I'll use something smaller. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna do something a little conducive to the size of the I bought a series of brushes, so we'll use this little fella right here. Use this little tiny guy right here, 1/4 inch flat. All right. If you notice, you see all these little lines and different tones you see in here. We're gonna use that to our advantage. All of this. So for all of you who are a little intimidated painting roses and such, okay, I'll show you what to do, how you combat that. Before we do that, the majority of these colors I really don't need. When you're painting red flowers, okay, it's a different color scheme, really. Because if you use white with red, you're gonna end up with a carnation. You follow me? So you're highlighting in your darker colors. You have to change up a little bit. I'll show you. Okay. Let's put a little touch of orange in here. All right. And we're going to put a touch of yellow in here. So these are the 3 colors you're going to really mess with. It's orange, yellow, and your red. All right. Yeah, you will put in white for some of these because yellow is very transparent, or at least translucent. All right. And orange is semi-translucent. It's a little thicker than yellow. All right. All right. With that said, let's go with our natural red here. Red off the tube, because we've already pre-mixed our red to be a little darker. A little touch of glycerin just to wet this up a little bit. You're using a 1/4 inch brush because this is only 12 by 16. The roses are fairly small. All right. Okay. All right. So our light source is mainly coming from the bottom here. I zoomed in so you don't see it, but it's coming from the bottom, either left or right. Okay. So I guess in this area, it will be that brighter red it would be a little darker up here. Okay, now with that said, let's go with the darker part. All right, okay, and we're gonna mess with what I see already. I'm gonna just take the edge like so. I'm gonna come right around here, all around the edges here, and we'll probably pop on a few in there like that. Okay, now you'll see the light here, even though it's the shaded area, but you'll fade out that stuff. Okay, right here. Pop another one in there like that. All right, and you see it's starting to look like little petal folds and such. Okay, we're gonna come here. We're gonna add another one right up in here like that, and we'll wipe that away. Okay, we'll put another line in there like so. See that little thin paint line, and then the rest fades away. That's what you're looking for. All right, and I'm gonna really concentrate on the back of the flowers back here. Each line that you do is just another petal that's working in there. All right, and that's all I'm doing is really pushing globs of paint to give the outline of the petals of a rose. Okay, just like that. Okay, let's clean up our thin little brush. Yeah, Blue had good taste, all right. Oh, that dog. Oh yeah. Bluto and the cat learned from each other, I'll put it to you that way. Unfortunately, Bluto passed on. The cat is still going strong. Okay, we're gonna do the very same thing here. And if you look, you see the markings are already made for you. Okay, so let's take this one here. I'll just take the brush. I'll fade out the bottom, keep the line there. I'm just pushing where the line is, and I'll fade out the bottom. Okay, you got one here. And I'm getting that thick roll of paint, I'm fading out the rest. Come here, do the same thing. It's just regular red, straight out the tube there. Okay, if you find yourself running out, no problem. Get just some more. Where am I at here? Right here? And we'll curve it and get rid of that. We'll come in here, we'll curve some in here like that, and we'll brush the rest away. Right. You see how it's starting to form? Come here, and fade the rest. It's just straight red right out of the tube. Okay. And you're just manipulating color. Just like that, and we'll fade the rest. Okay, now as this paint dries, okay, because you got different layers of paint, excuse me, you're not really getting rid of all of your values and tones underneath. All right, your eye always needs something to trail, something to follow. All right, and so that's essentially what's happening. That's what's going on. For the center, pretty much fairly the same thing. You come here and add little C's and shapes all in there. As long as you keep it kind of circular in there, like that. We'll do the same thing here. We'll kind of go in, come up and around, make some of it disappear in there. Okay, wear some of that away. Okay, do the same thing in here. Well, before we do that, let's do this. Oh, give it a little push, a little rim, a little push. Wear this away, or use your finger to wear it away if you would like. All right. Come here, do the same thing. Kind of wear it away and wisp all that away. Wherever you want your colors, wherever you want your petals to be, that's where you aim all that paint, and you fade the rest of it away. Now, for those of you who are new at this and you trying this technique, you might get a little intimidated or a little frustrated. Don't do that. All right, everything takes time. Everything takes time. Come here, come here. A little push there. Give it a little push and fade out the rest. Have a little push there and fade out the rest. So you got now two petals on top of each other there. But you see how this works? And I'm only going so far also because we're gonna lighten up in there. Okay. Oh, the cat tolerates shadow because obviously they weren't raised together, and she's much taller than Bluto, so she tolerates him now. Her and they're 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 all right with each other. It did take some time. Definitely took some time, but Shadow knows she's the boss. Trust me, she knows. This little bit of petal up there, that one. All right, we'll just kind of add a little bit of something back there for it. Okay. Give it a little friend there so it doesn't appear to be totally alienated. And this, once again, is a 1/4" brush, so we'll add some little frills, some friends back there. But look what I just did and look how it looks already. Okay. And that's just me making lines, thick paint, and then fading away everything else. Okay. All right. What type of paintbrush is that? This is a 1/4" brush, just a long handled 1/4" brush. Okay. This is a 1/2" brush. All right. And this is a 3/4". Oh no, this is an inch. This is an inch brush. Inch, 1/2", 1/4". All right. All right, let's put this guy back. The 1/2" already got another one there. All right. For the light side here, we're gonna go with orange. Okay, now orange is semi-transparent. If I put this on that flower, all right, it's not gonna show very much. It's not gonna be that impressive, trust me. Okay, but we're gonna beef it up with just a slight touch of white in this orange. Okay, and the reason why you want some of this titanium white in the orange and the yellow is, to give it a slight chance to even be seen. Okay, but that's why. I'll put in the tiniest bit of red in there. All right, they're close in the family anyway. All right, okay, here we go. I'll use a slight touch of glycerin. Only the corner of the brush for the glycerin. Okay. All right. We're gonna do exactly the same thing, but we're gonna use a different color. Same technique, different color. Now, since the light is coming upward, okay, we'll build from up here. We'll get the paint, the wedge of paint up here. We'll get. We're gonna come here, add some lines in there. We're fading the rest of that out. So I can add our thick line of color in there like that. And we're really trailing and fading all of that out like that. We can come up in here and do the same thing. Or if you want, just use your fingers, fade it all out. All right. I can come here and I can add a rim of paint on the bottom and fade that out. Okay. You see how it's starting to look now. And you're just building up your layers of color. We'll put a line in here like that. We'll pop a couple lines in there. Some of that light is showing. Okay. Don't oversaturate. Don't overdo it. I'll put a couple of those in there too. Where it's kind of peeking out. Some of that light like that. And that's it. Don't touch anything else. Leave it be. Okay. There. That's all you do. That is it. All of these lines here, they're helping you guide that color. They're helping you form that plant. Okay. Hey, Sonia. Howdy. I know you were unsupervised last night. I know that the shackles were off. So yeah, I can just imagine you were doing all sorts of cutting up. I don't even have to use my imagination. I already know. I already know you were acting a fool. But I'm glad it worked out and you're getting better. I couldn't watch, but I knew that things were popping. I was like, oh man, unsupervised and stitch free. I'm like, oh boy, things are about to cut up now. Yep. But as you guys can see, now, with the, I'll come here like that. You see that nice little line? I'll do another line up here. I'll bring it this way. Okay, now it's your choice. I want the top to be a little stronger and the bottom to be faded out. And this is all you do, really. Okay, that's all. You want another one? Then you just get that thick piece, thick paint, and you just rub out the bottom there. Okay, come around in here. You see the circular patterns that I'm doing here. Hey, let's give that one a little bit of love right up here on that edge, and let's make some of that disappear that way. Let's get a thick one right in there, and we'll make this disappear. All right. Instant petal edges will come on the outside here, and then we'll fade up top there, just like that. Very stylized roses. All right. That rim of paint I'm doing really is just pressing the brush, fade out the rest. It's all right. Okay. Let's put a little love up here because these bits are kind of reaching out there, just like that. Maybe a little line of something in here. If I have too much, it's all right because the paint's still wet. I can still fold and mold it and all that good stuff. All right. Oh boy. I feel like my ear about you. All right, we have a little bit of yellow and some titanium white. The tiniest touch of red there in it. All right. Okay. So Any bit of real strong highlight will be up around in here. Okay. Now remember about highlights. The less, the better. All right. And all you need really is a line or two of it. And it's just where the light is really hitting this guy. So you can be extremely picky and choosy where you want some of this to be. As you can see, all you're doing really is adding that extra glow to your orange color. All right. Very stylized florals. And it's really almost like playing a game with it. And it's just a thick glob of paint that's doing this for you. All right. Let's go back and get some more paint. And this is once again a 1/4 inch brush. And I'm just adding little bits of brightness to it. Wipe away what you don't want. And just keep it moving. Okay. And sometimes, like I say, it just takes a line. And that's all. You can do this out. We're coming over here to this flower here, or these petals. Right on the very edge, up in there, and you wear the rest away. And I really I'm looking for the line, and not necessarily all this underneath. Wipe that away. And you can see where all of this is going there. See? You wipe away the rest. All I want is the line. You can take a script liner and do the very same thing. Okay. You most surely can. Let's get the rest here, and we'll get a line right up in here like that. We'll strengthen that a little more. Okay. So as I'm checking it out, I'm looking at it. We're almost there. Like I said, this is not going to take very long to do. Almost pretty much done already. I am going to show you. I haven't done these in a while, so I might as well do it now. I'll show you how to make a rosebud real quick. I'm trying to find a brush that I could do this with. I should take I'm looking here, hold on. I guess I can use this. This will manage. We'll do all right with this. Okay, we'll have a couple coming out here. All right. We'll just take this iron brush. We're gonna coat this guy with we'll take a little bit of orange. Like that. Orange. We'll get a little bit of red in there. Like that. Alright? We'll coat it like this. Okay. We're gonna get some green here. Right on the tip of the brush, we'll get some green. We'll lighten up that green a little lighter. Alright, something like that. We'll lighten up the green here. We'll water it down a little bit. This should be bright enough, I'm hoping. We'll see. Alright, let's look in here. We're going to go straight downward. Nope, not bright enough, I can tell. Alright, no problem. We'll come here, we'll mix some more white in there. Alright, right on the tip of the brush. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, we'll deal with this. We'll deal with that. We're coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, and then we'll press just like that. So we got one there. Let's make that a little stronger there. There we go. Let's get some more of that brighter green. And we'll bring one around in here somewhere. Bring it down. We'll lighten up this as we go along. We'll bring it down right about here. Press. You got another one right there. All right. Okay. Let's get some more of this brighter color on the brush. Let's get a little more white in that green right on the tip of the brush. All right. Very simple to do these. We'll come right here. Yeah, you guys can see it. We'll come right down here. We'll put the bud right there. All right. Now we'll make that line a little bit prettier. I'm gonna get this little thin guy right here. No, maybe not. I want something a little smaller than that. We'll just go back with the script liner. Get some water. We'll go back into this to get some white paint here. All right. We'll pop a little yellow in there too. More yellow. Okay. Get some water. All right. Some more white. Run our last leg here, guys. All right. We'll come right here and we'll put that nice little highlight on there. Put it right in there like that. Put it right up in there. We got one right here. Curve it around a little bit. I'm twirling the brush as I'm doing this. And we're gonna come right in there like that. Okay. And we'll put one right in here. Right up in there like so. All right. You know it doesn't take much to get Sonya started. You guys know that. I cannot be responsible. Okay, guys. I think there we go. All right. So we got our three. Yeah, I think we pretty much okay. I'm going to take a little touch of, as I'm looking at it here, I'm gonna take my 1/2 inch brush here. Go with a little bit of touch of yellow and white here. And I'm just gonna clean up some of that and just accent a little bit more. I just want to tighten up some things. Just like that. And we're gonna go the opposite way and fade it out a little bit. And once again, all it needs is just a quick little line of color. I don't need to go hog wild with it, but I do want the edges to pop a little bit. Like that. We'll come over here. And all I want is a pony for Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. Once again, it's just a sometimes you can get away with a few lines, just a few. Okay, a little more yellow there. Okay, I think I'll put another line of petal in there like that. A bit of an edge there. So you're always messing around there. Okay, I think we're good here. This fellow. Okay. I'm really smoothing out a few things. And I really want these guys to really, there we go. Let's go outside with this one. Like so. Let's get a little bit more yellow and white. Right on the edge of my brush. I'm pushing the brush so I can get it all on the tip of the brush. And then we just come here and add a line here. Curve it in. Like so. Come out here. Just like that. Alright, we're good here. I think we're okay. I think we're fine. Alright. I wanted those guys to stick out a little bit. Okay, but I think we're doing all right here. I'm gonna go into my red, and we'll just kind of accentuate, brighten up some of that red back there. And you can do this. You can get away with doing that. So highlight. It's a contradiction in terms to highlight your darkened areas, your shaded areas. But that's basically what you're doing. Okay. All right. What you're doing is this is now it's intensity. Okay. Because you know you get this black in the red that we have, but it's just intensity. So even though this is the darker color, we're just bumping up the intensity of that color, not necessarily being brighter. All right, but now again, you gotta give them equal time in the spotlight, even though they're in the shade. All right, all right, okay, all right. Yes, Sonia is an intervention hound. It's her all day, every day. All right, I guess I'll use the silver pen here. My little initials here. I usually use a brush for this, but hey, you know, I got a series of these pens, and I don't use them. But I guess I really should. There, they would have to squint to see it, but my signature is in there. Okay, but anyway, well, there you go. So I hope this looks all right for you. You guys already know the deal. I'll be taking a photo of this and all of that, and You guys let me know what you think of it. Let's get very, very stylized flowers. You know where the light source is, all that good stuff. Um, Everything's incorporated into it. Like I say, you don't really have to go all out with anything like this because of the pour. And I'm gonna resin this also, so it'll look like a nice smooth sheet of glass is over this. And well, yeah, there you go. Okay. uh, I love it. You guys got your comedy thing going on strong. That's funny. I appreciate you guys stopping by, saying hey, and I do enjoy your banter back and forth. And I believe that's that until or something of that sort. All right, I believe I be done. You guys take care. I'll see you when I see you. And yeah, up to you, Fatima. Because I think I'm leaving here Friday, and I should be there Friday afternoon / evening. About not this Friday coming up, but next Friday, which is I think we'll be in May by that time. And yeah, we can probably make a day of it. But it's on you, your call. All right. But I'll let you know. So, but I appreciate you guys. I shall see you when I see you. And until next time, Sonya, behave yourself. All right.